genius rapper? What if Mario wrote Yoshi and then fell into it? Here's when Brian likes when sound effects get introduced. But we used our money on that vodka Malphite. To bring this record home, we need one more genius breakthrough. So now enjoy as we auto-tune that for 10 times for you.
Well, these guys are amazing. I'm super, super glad that Starbomb exists, because that's fucking great. That makes me very happy. If anybody here doesn't happen to know, go buy their album, Starbomb, Starbomb. It's Game Grump's fantastic band that just happens to exist, and I only found out about it a couple days ago. Yeah, it's like the reason why one of their bands, there's two. That's cool. That there's like multiple bands. Do we have, let's see, did I turn that up a bit? I might have to do this again here. Visual Boy Advance, here we are. Seems bad square today. Unintended. That's probably as good as she's gonna get. So there's NSP and Starbomb. NSP is covers and 80s like songs. Starbomb's video game stuff. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's smart, and it's like longevity in terms of like projects. They've been doing Game Grumps for years. They put all of it into it, and now they have an audience. And people are willing to pay money for their projects. Whatever they want to do, they'll support them. So that's exactly the point. That's the plan. Turn that. There is a part of me that's kind of feeling like I should be playing the first like NES version, just because I'm kind of getting spoiled and there's fixes and everything, but the world lies shrouded in darkness. The first Starbomb album was in 2013. Oh. Sorry, there was just a weird gray line. Press start. Oh, you pressing start, are you? Let's hopefully return to a saved game. Final Fantasy 2. Oh, you're such a wee boy. Load my game. Altair. Time 1 hour and 15. Yep. All looks good. So we just picked up Min Woo. I don't know if we're gonna have to equip him too much. I mean, maybe. But yes, we got treated to the basics of what's going on in the game. there's some kind of crazy war. The Empire has attacked another kingdom and everybody's very upset about it. And they are trying to... Our young adventurers lost one of their childhood friends. So most of the game, it seems like it's going to be finding him and doing all kinds of chores that happen to end up saving the world. That's my guess. I'll buy you a leather cap. I'll buy you a leather cap with all of my hard-earned monies. And you can put it on your head, oh so tight. Yeah, looking tight, Minwoo. Shit, son. Is that the same Minwoo I know? So we just got him. We haven't been in any fights with him yet. He's just hanging out. Oh, he's got a canoe. Right. So we can do this. Isn't that nice? I'm kind of upset that we don't have a menu quite yet. Or, sorry, not a menu, a map. But, we can just kind of bomb around. Oh, yay, an airship! So we can make it back to the town pretty easily. So this castle over here was our home, or something similar. I don't know. Basically everybody who's in the rebellion right now, they came from this place, and now they're in hiding. This is a nice little town. Everybody seemed pretty cool. I'm just trying to get my bearings. It was like 2 days ago that I played it. We need to go and find a mithril mine.
I'm sure you've noticed the airship that sometimes passes overhead, yes?
Oh, that's Sid. No, I got it. I got it. Are there better things to buy here? Could be. Could be. It's the same. No, we're good. Oh, shit. There is a run button. Quality of life improvement number 3000. All right. Perfect. My minions, perfect. This is fine. I'm okay with this. So yeah, the system, it's a little weird. Just because, like, at first I thought it was a good idea to kind of be like, oh yeah, let's like use our magic as much as possible. And maybe it is. I'm still not totally sold on how to develop your characters. Because, like, the more you use stuff, the stronger it gets. That's how you don't increase in level, your stats increase in level. So, like, if you use your sword more, you get stronger sword. If you use an axe more, you get stronger axe. If you use cure spells, that cure spell goes up in level. But then it also costs more. You can also raise your MP level by using it. So, like, I was kind of down for using Cure all the time so I could get it really strong, but then all of a sudden I was like, wait, then it's going to be harder to cast. But then also, then I was like, wait. You get more MP if you use MP in battle. So I'm still kind of confused on the whole thing. So here's a place that we have not yet been to. I believe this is a town we can stop at and then talk to some peeps about getting a ride. Alum. Everyone's a pirate.
You folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on a ship, would ye? We're just 32 gil. We'll see you safely to Poft.
I will rethink. Give me some time. I gotta shop around first.
The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft. At least not yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
This ship, the ship heading out of our little port, will take you straight to Poft.
I don't know why everybody's a gruff pirate, but it's just how I'm reading it. Deal with it. So, curative items here. Yeah, let's get more. We'll get 10 of these. You know what? Eye drops as well. Just have them. Just to hold on to. Just to give them a cute little... Walk. Kind of spent all our money. That's okay. We're going to need to fight some dudes along the way anyway. It was the dudes we fought along the way. The strangest thing of all. A dagger, a mace,
An axe.
a bow. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of okay with what we have. I don't want to mess with people's stuff too much. Bronze shield, okay. Bronze helm, everybody can wear it. I think getting a shield for our dude in the front is a good idea. Just optimize. 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 Don't thoptimize or paloptimize. Don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. Just... Paloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, handsome? Eee. I mean, I'm flattered, but it's just we got some shit to do. Blink creates a double image. Protect, raising defense. Okay, these obviously are good. I mean, Minwoo already has them, but it wouldn't hurt to have them and then, you know, put them to good use. Yar. Now, we could pay money to ship over, I guess. I believe we can reach there by walking. So we'll save, since we can save literally anywhere, which is amazing. And let's just try and walk there. It'll take a little bit more, but at least the idea that we're actually just going somewhere takes a bit of the edge off of grinding. La 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 la. It is really nice to be able to have instantaneous, like I know that it's not lagging in any way. Because this is a Roy Orbison musical. That's why it looks significantly better. There's no lag. I mean, should I just shell out the money for a thing? I'd love to, but that's just not in the cards. I wish I could. I wish I had disposable income to just spend on ridiculous things that I want, but it's just not a necessity right now. So it does seem silly to me that it's like I have an insistence to play the actual games on the actual system, but I do want to experience them the way that they're supposed to. So I mean, that's a choice that's being made by me, kind of more selfishly, but whatever. Sorry, just turn that down one more click, just so it's not too crazy loud. Minwoo's HP increased. He's such a good boy, that Minwoo. Always minning and wooing exactly when you need him to. In reality, like, we haven't used him to his potential at all yet, so... Yeah, so tomorrow we've signed up our Weebab for a little science study. Now, before you freak out, we're not selling him for medical experiments. That is false. We are, however, there's something at McMaster called the Live Labs. It's a whole scientific neurological experiment lab that they have set up. It's like a concert hall, but it's also wired to computers and things, so they have different musical performances, and they test people's like brain waves and heart rates and all these things, and try and gauge people's reactions to music. So they're doing one for babies to like classical music or opera music or whatever. So that's exciting. I think that's really cool. And he really likes music so far, but like specific kinds of music he's down with. He'll get kind of happy and excited, but then he'll usually like just kind of chill out and fall asleep. This is the port of Poft. Salamand is to the north, and to our east is Bafsk. I believe Bafsk is where we... Oh, shit. Bafsk. Why do they have to make a name so ridiculous? Is where our destination is.
Sorry, but the ship's already left for Paloom.
Oh, so if I don't take the ship, then I have to walk back. Let's get some info.
Ask. The city to our east is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there.
Oh, that's the Dreadnought using the mines.
Ask.
Oh, they said the same thing. Same thing, huh? Every single person. So that's the important thing I'm to learn. Wow, these pubs sure are a hub for... Okay, Sid's Underling. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world? No matter how far, we'll have you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Of course, transportation on this fine caliber comes at a cost. Interested? Well, maybe. Where to?
You here to ride the airship? If you got the cash, there's no place I can't take you. An oversized garbage scow? Airships aren't about how big you build them. Airships are all about what they can do. So he's not part of the resistance, that's too bad. If you want the airship, you pay the guy behind me. Okay, well, let's just keep looking around. Yeah, I heard every single one of your friends. Wow. Pubs. Am I right? Everybody saying the same thing to the letter. It's just... It's not the same as it used to be. I mean... They don't make them like they used to. Have you seen the airship? It belongs to a fellow named Sid, who lives right here in Poft. The only one around who can fly it. I mean, I'd like to buy more things, but... The point of walking to this place was to gain a bit more cash in our pockets, so we wouldn't be so poor. And I keep forgetting there's a run button. Looking for Sid? Probably over in the pub. I hear a few gil will get you a ride on that airship of his. So towns are pretty much for like one purpose. There's not a whole lot you can really do. It's mostly people saying two different sentences, which are exactly what you need to hear. Gonna get protect. Just so that we can have two people casting protect, just in case. Because it is very possible that in a situation where we're casting protect or shell, you can cast it on all people. I'm pretty sure the cure spell works that way, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. If it does, it'll make me very happy. I like being able to just cast on all people. Obtained 9 gil. Man, good thing we're walking to raise money. Alright, some different mountains. Seem to be in a different area here. So yeah, I haven't found a place for this giant tome of a book. It's final volume in the Wheel of Time series. It's just sitting here, it's staring at me. And it's getting me a bit agitated because it's like I want to put it like I guess I could put it behind some of the other books, like with my other Robert Jordan books or something, but like it just makes me want to read it. I want to read it more. So, and in this whole like, oh, soldiers, we're getting closer. These guys are tough, I believe. Yeah. They can fuck us up pretty hard if we're not careful. Is Min Woo in the back? I think so. That's good. That's good stuff. But yeah, this whole like rethinking and restructuring of the schedule, trying to find a way to you know, allow myself to be more conducive to being productive, as opposed to like confusing productivity with being busy, which is not, they're not the same. Having a full day of lots of miniature tasks is not the most effective way to spend your time. It really isn't. I shouldn't skip ahead.
That's how I died. That one time. Shit got crazy. Yeah, but like, you know, I'm looking at like a pile of books that are like all business related or like, you know, thinking about marketing or getting into startups or, you know, leveraging your characteristics as an entrepreneurial type person and that kind of stuff, and you know, talking about the idea of effectiveness versus efficiency. This is all like self-improvement. This is all homework in a way. So then even in that, I start feeling like it's like a guilty pleasure to want to read for enjoyment. But like, then I think how silly that is. Like, wait a second. So I need to make time during the week to, like, you know, read maybe an hour once a day or listen to a book an hour once a day for study purposes and focus on improving or learning about something, and then take like an hour a day to read because I love it and read a book, you know, just kind of like have, or at least aim to like get a certain amount of hours in a week. Once I hit that quota, then go. So it doesn't have to be on a daily basis. But if I'm reading something for fun and reading something that I just like 5 hours a week each, find that time and log that in. Then it's like, okay, good. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. Okay, so we got to be careful about not getting too close to those soldiers, because they'll fuck us up. I'll buy 2. Three of these. So, go. Yeah, that's heavy. And this guy. Silver. Huge. Huge. Bronzy gloves. Okay. So, we've got minimal money, but we're using it wisely to kind of spread things out, hopefully. Nobody wants to chat, huh? That's too bad. I've got a lot to say. Longsword. Long bow. Good for her. We'll take a little time. There's got to be someone in town that we need to be speaking to, but let's stay at the inn. 57, I don't have any money to stay at the inn, so let's go outside and take control of our lives. Hold on. Yeah, the music in this game is fucking great. I was actually kind of taken aback. I mean, like, graphically, the NES version, it was basically the same kind of assets and stuff, but having airships randomly flying, like, that was in it. You know, there was a little improvements and stuff. Like, that idea of having airships flying around, they're completely unnecessary. Like, you didn't have to have that. But it helps to kind of build that sense of, like, this is a world. This is a working world. And, you know, yeah, there's airships flying hither and thither. And what a wonderful place to be, haha. But the music also. an excellent upgrade. Let's see his shit. Basuna. Barrier. Barrier to defend against special attack. We can do it. Blink. Oh, that too. That's like high evade, protect. So that's great. Sap. That's his target. Amnesia on the target. Okay. Which is HP and MP with the target. Vanishes to another dimension. Cool. So Minwoo's the fucking man, basically. Yeah, so we're gonna get our boys and girls popping in with some new weapons here. A long sword and a long bow. Just gotta find a couple more bucks. I forgot to cure. Don't you hate it when you forget to cure? It's such an important part, a part of a balanced breakfast, you know? Right. Alright, so I am a ways off. That sucks. I'm gonna save. Did I save? Yes, there we go. Let's accidentally run into someone that we're not supposed to. Oh. Oh. Dark Knight. What are you doing just standing around? Move. Oh. I feel like maybe that was in the other city, but I felt like there was a place where it was full of knights and you definitely didn't want to get caught by one. They would fucking shit out of you. Basuna. Esunya. Silencio. Club Silencio. I also feel like it may take fools. If I get caught talking with you while the Dark Knight's here, I could be killed for dereliction of duty. Is he some... So, this guy is in the way of a specific path. There's clearly something that we have to learn and say to him. Right? Seems that way? Yeah. Like, there's no other way down there. So, that guy's clearly hiding something. He's quite a hidey shitty fuck up this madness. What can I sell? What can I sell? A small shield. Leather armor. Clothes. You sold my clothes. Yes, I did. It was for your own good evening. 150 and 200, so we're close. I will buy for her. And then we're only 50 away to buying a longsword. Yeah, that's nice. A death mage. Spend the weekend in my death maze. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So like we're armored up pretty good, it seems. Everybody's doing well against these regular ass enemies. We don't have a whole lot that we can be doing against them. But I know that in the other version, this upcoming dungeon where we go into the mines was just, it kicked my ass a little bit the first time. I was probably dangerously underprepared. So keeping that in mind, I want to try and be very prepared. Have some good ass shit, good eats to take with me here. Can't wait to fight that Dark Knight's face right off his face. Broadsword, longsword. Yeah, that's great. Alright. Let's save right here because we can, remember? Isn't that nice? Now where's our way into the mines? Ambushed. Ambushed. I went all the way down here, didn't I? There's gotta be... I know it was kind of a far trek. Like it was out of the way. I wish I had a map to help me with this. Ambushed. Your ambush is for naught. You shot me. How dare you? Chicken to China. Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops ticking. I mean, is it objectively pretty good music? Yeah. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan when that album came out. But, you know, the first, what was it? Gordon, I believe, was the name of the first album. It was better. It had more feeling to it. Ed seems like a nice guy, but in terms of the Bare Naked Ladies, you know, the other singer is just more of a iconic voice. And what a way to go, too. Like, he's still alive, don't worry. But, like, so Stephen Page, he was like the jollier, chubbier guy with the glasses, singing for the Bare Naked Ladies, which is a very Canadian band. But they hit, like, international superstardom when their album Born on a Pirate Ship came out in, like, 1990 or 2000 or something like that. And yeah, so it's like, wow, okay, they came out with this album and they're so famous and they did their thing, and then several years later, like many years later, they were coming out with some kind of children's album. There was something kid related. I believe it was like a kid's album, music for children. And a very unfortunate video surfaced, which leads me to believe, like, the nature of the video leads me to believe that it was some kind of setup. I don't know the whole story, obviously, but whoa, we have gone the wrong way. We have gone the wrong way. We are not where we're supposed to be. Holy cunt. Please flee. We are dead. We saved before we left, right? I told you to remind me to save before we left. Did we get our equipment? Longsword, bronze. Okay, so gonna take a brief bathroom break. You can still listen to the nice musics. I'll be right back. I wish there was a way I could have done that more continuously, but if I click out of the window, she dies. Yeah, so we obviously don't want to go too far south. So, and I think we came from the north, did we not? We'll figure it out. Without a map. Because who needs a map, right? Am I right? Who needs them? Like, that looks like somewhere we should probably try and get to. Oh, you know what? The guy in town is guarding this secret underground entrance to the Dreadnought. So let's just keep exploring. We don't want to go south. We learned that the hard way. These mountains are all snowy and shit. And that seems like something maybe that would contain some kind of secret mithril mine, maybe? We'll find it. We'll find the hell out of it, and then we'll turn it into sneakers and play basketball in them. Well, I mean, mithril's pretty light, and you wouldn't have to get another pair if you had basketball sneakers, some high tops made of mithril. Damn, Daniel, your jump shot is shit, but those sneakers are so fly. Yeah, beat them into submission. I mean, I guess it does seem a little silly that we're just constantly fighting. But like, I don't know. I don't really want to waste any MP. Basically, I'm just gonna wander around until we find the place we're supposed to get to. And then I'll try and go back to the town, stay at the inn, or better yet, we'll find a new city we can go to, stay at that inn, and then save. That looks a little familiar. This looks terrifying. Oh, I'm back. Oh yeah, so one thing that's new and weird about this is that I think everybody has to flee. Okay, that was a bit preemptive. I saw a new guy and was like, oh god, we did it again. We ended up somewhere that we're not supposed to be. Okay, a waterfall. That's gotta be something, right? I kinda remember that. Like, I did do the same kind of thing, where it was like... I feel like they gave you a bit too many new towns, potentially, at once. But, like, they're so far apart that you do kind of need somewhere to stop. So we get to Bafsk. And... okay. Hopefully that's a signal of better things to come. We might be close. But yeah, I do remember kind of wandering around a little bit and then stumbling upon a city being like, oh good, this is where we're supposed to go. This seems like it's leading somewhere. I mean, really, they want you to take the airship to just get there easily, but I don't know. If I just take the airship and then I'm like, I'm screwed. I don't know how to, where I am in terms of the map. I like having a bit of a, this basin is going to take me to the mine, isn't it? Summit Falls. Okay. Where's the town? It's around here. It'll be our first dungeon. Aren't we excited? Oh my goodness. Our first dungeon crawling adventure. A dungerini. Hi diddly ho, Dungerino. Some nice cash. There we go, I saw a wall. Yeah. I believe this one is Salamand, if I'm not mistaken. But so I think Minwoo actually is in the front row. He should probably be in the back, maybe. If he's a caster. He's got huge HP. But I don't want to put him in heavy armor. Because that might get in the way of his arm flailing ability to draw spells in the air. Like Dr. Weirdness. The copyright-free Doctor Strange adjacent. Say it right. Yeah, we can run. We can run, we can hide, we can... Something inside. Oh! So close. So we've got these things with him, except for warp. Previous floor. I mean, we've got the ability to go to all of these places and visit them again with the old airship. I love Yosef, but I know that when I'm around, I just get in his way. Oh no. The Empires enslaved the men of Salaman and forced them to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Please, you have to help them. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salaman. That's where the Empire's been mining its mithril. Found an inn. 75 gil. Worth it. Pleasant dreams. I don't know why they got a gross, like, Russian adjacent accent. The non-copyright Russian adjacent talking voice. Yeah, we got these already. Probably same armor too, yeah. It's worth it. Alright. We'll give you the... what was it? The helmet? Yeah. You the helmet. And then you the gloves. You already have the gloves. Okay, so we fucked up. Damn. Okay. Wait a second. He can dual wield. Okay. Wasn't even thinking about that. But that's good. So his attack has just skyrocketed. Play it where it lies. Alright, whatever. Kind of an accident. Kind of on purpose, I guess. We don't have a whole lot more. So it was, I already looked in here, didn't I? Life and everything, yeah. It was an old friend's birthday. He used to play saxophone in the band, my buddy Andrew. So he's an interesting fella. What a great hang. Like, I fucking love hanging out with the guy. I guess he went to Humber for music, played saxophone, but then also went to McMaster and he got his PhD in like biochemistry or something like that. So he was working in a lab. He was writing and studying his PhD thesis while we were in the studio. So, you know, we stayed there for like 3-4 days, and he'd record his parts and nail them. Be like, all right, I'm gonna go hit the books for a little bit. And then at night we like partied a lot harder than we said we were going to, but you know, it was just kind of amazing. He'd be like, I feel pretty good about that take. All right, I'll see you. And he was just chill about it, but we had some good hangs. There was a few times when it was like I was vocals and he was sax, and they were working on just guitar, just drums or whatever. And we were like, okay, we'll do dishes, we'll work on supper, or like, fuck, I don't need. We like watched a few movies, like dumb movies. Like, I think the one he picked was the Land of the Lost. It's like Will Ferrell, Danny McBride. And he's like, it's not a good movie, but it's dumb funny. And yeah, it was. We had a really fucking good laugh. Can't remember the movie that I put on, but I was just kind of thinking, cause like he got his doctorate. Like, he nailed his thesis and everything, and so then he was I think he's at MIT right now? I don't know. He was doing something crazy about like stimulants. Basically making like military grade stimulants or something. He had some crazy contract. And I've only seen him twice in the past like 3 years maybe. But it was nice. It was like shortly after, I think the baby was maybe 2 weeks old. And he just like texted me and was like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, fuck off, you're not in town. And then he like showed up at my house. So we got to meet the baby, and we did get inappropriately drunk that evening. I got to have a really nice long chat with him about everything, and then we ended up at Zyla's, and it just so happened that everybody else showed up there, and so it was like the old band back together again, so that was nice. But yeah, I just saw that it was his birthday. I don't know, I kind of feel weird about just being like, oh, Facebook reminded me that it's your birthday, so I'm gonna post on Facebook about your birthday. And I don't know. I know it's like it means something to the person, but maybe I need to take more time to kind of think about that. I don't know. I used to be better about it, but then I started thinking like, you know, like it's just like the only reason I'm getting, you know, the only reason I'm posting this is because Facebook's reminding me, so it's almost like it's a guilt thing if I don't. And I hope people don't take offense to it if I don't, or whatever. Like, if I see them, I'd rather say happy birthday in person, or I don't know. Like, for me and Justine, we've kind of, like, cooled off on using Facebook as a platform to declare our love. Because on Facebook, it's not about us, it's about everybody else seeing it. So, like, we've had a few really sweet posts, like, for birthdays or anniversary or whatever, like, not our last anniversary, but, like, I think the one before, she wrote this, like, beautiful post. It was so nice. And I sent her a video of a weird clay guy laying on his stomach and being like, hey, you're a beautiful person. And he's just like, you can see his butt. So, like, I may have fucked that up. But also, you know, I also think, like, our relationship is kind of more silly like that. I'm not overly worried about what other people think about our relationship because we're the ones that live in it. So, and often the people who are the most vocal about their relationship, like, on social media are the ones that are, like, trying to convince themselves more than anything. You obtained 200 gil. Excellent. But yeah, it also reminded me about a video, and then I like got really scared because I'm like, oh fuck, I may have lost that footage that I used to make that video, but I believe a copy of it still exists on Justine's laptop. I feel kind of dumb about losing a lot of that Alto Belays footage. But I guess I was just kind of like, I need to scrub this away, you know? It's like, it's painful to have all this stuff just sitting here collecting dust and not being used, and I got it for social media stuff. And it's just lots of stuff of us like partying and having fun, and I made sure to try and get a lot of stuff when we were in the studio. But I just remembered it was a video that we had titled Mademoiselle Snyder's Spooky Treasure Hunt. I'm very confident that a copy of it still exists. But yeah, I put a bunch of work into it, and like I thought it was gonna be a hilarious thing to put out as like, you know, here's a funny thing of like the band being silly behind the scenes, and this is some of what happened at the studio, you know, and not everybody thought it was a good idea to put it out or whatever. So it's sad and it didn't do anything, but like I thought it was just so funny. It was so good in terms of like like, I don't know, there was often the argument that it's too much about inside jokes and stuff, and I don't know, I kind of felt like this is, first off, a lot of the stuff is just funny. And second, there was a level of, I don't want to say jargon, but there was a lot of slang that the band had kind of developed. It was almost like there was like a colloquialism language thing going on within the group. And we just spent so much time with each other, and we had a lot of slang and everything. And then it, you know, the more we talked like that and people saw it, then it started to take on a life of its own. So people outside of the band and within the friend group started kind of talking like that and having these types of slang and everything. And to me, I was looking at this and being like, okay, yeah, so that's a good thing. You know, like, that's how you build a brand. That's how you build a community around what you're doing. You know, people started like using our slang and things. Like, that's huge. And not everybody thought of it that way, and so certain things that we had planned or whatever just kind of got buried, which sucks. But I still have the treasure hunt video, and I think it's the funniest thing, because basically, like, we would be good boys, but we would have the day kind of planned out so that it's like, okay, here's the hardest work to do, we'll get that out of the way, and then we've got some of the more higher energy stuff. Like, it'd be like a gradual slope and then back down. So it'd be like, here's a nice warm-up that we'd get, and then something intense, get that out of the way, and then plan for the last things to be kind of more loosey-goosey and have the energy be a certain way. So, like, you know, certain parts of songs would be recorded. Like the middle part in Just a Game where it gets all floaty and kind of Pink Floydy, that was a late night. That was like late evening and all the lights were down and we had like sheets and stuff over the lamps to kind of dim the lights and everything. And it was an atmospheric session. It was very important for the vibe, you know. But some days it'd be like, okay, here we go, and you know, you'd be having a couple drinks here, a couple drinks there, so we'd get the work done. But then as the day would progress, you'd just kind of be a little more, okay, silly, and there would be days where some people had more work than others. So there was one day when I believe Jordan and me and Andrew, we had a bit of a light day. Although Jordan actually had to record a bunch of drum solo stuff, but he was like in the right mood. It was like a channeling Bonham almost. So we were in the liquor a little bit. We were drinking Drambuie, and while me and King had to go and record some stuff, Jordan was just like, I stayed up last night and I made a scavenger hunt for you two. We're like, what? He's like, yeah, like today when you guys were recording parts and like while nobody was looking, I've been planning a scavenger hunt. And he went and hid clues all around the studio that we had to find. And so the guys are like doing their parts and they're doing stuff, and then Jordan's just kind of like in and out. Like he'll go do something and then he'll come pop his head out and just be hiding around the corner while we try and figure out these clues. He's just like, you guys are never gonna get it. This is a really tough one. It was fucking ridiculous, and I'm not gonna spoil the ending because the ending is the most epic, ridiculous. Like the fact that he thought this out and just like took so much time
we're in the studio, you know, like how did he even have time to do all this? Like, and we didn't see him? It just didn't make any sense. But I mean, that was just kind of how it went. The energy was right back then. There was very much, not to use a buzzword, but it was synergistic. It was everybody collaborating in such a free way that what came out was so much better than if any one of us was working alone, and so much better if any one of us was cooperating to further ourself in some way. That's like, you know, obviously this is something that I'm listening to in one of the books right now, clearly, but it's the one thing that came into mind when you know, the guy was talking about synergy and synergistic approaches to cooperating, and that's like, you know, there's dependence, and then there's independence, and then there's interdependence, where you're so independent that you can very confidently work with other independent people as a group, where you're not, you know, there's trust and encounter room. That's not great. Let's see what we can do about this. Oh, we don't have any attack magic or anything. This is just... Okay. Hopefully we can just kind of... We prepared for this with buying all the armor we could. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like certain weapons are doing really well. Or maybe we just have to have such a high enough... I mean, really, it looks like the only guy is Guy right now. I don't know if any of this can work. Oh, no, she's hitting. Yeah, but the idea of, you know, like I was saying before, we got to the point where we had our own, like, lingo between each other and way of talking and everything. And, you know, we had been through so many experiences together. We had this collective consciousness. So putting together these songs and preparing and everything, and then going into the studio was like the culmination of all of that. That was like the high point, really. You know, it really sucked for me, because that was like the start of like my vocal shit was just, yeah, I didn't perform how I needed to all the time in the studio. So there was a lot of re-recording my parts later. But it sucked because I started having a really, really bad asthma attack that wouldn't go away. I was having a lot of breathing problems back then. And, you know, there was a lot of reasons for that. You know, some like work related, like working in a shop where it's constant, like gross particles and stuff like that. Like 3 years of that with an asthmatic, not super great. But also, you know, the more I think about it, it was also like stress related and repressing a lot of like anger and emotion, and I just that was not necessarily the start of my breathing problems, but it was around there, and it just got worse for a while. And it would come up and I would be like laid out for a month
where it was just getting worse and worse, and the puffers weren't working, and then I would end up in the hospital. Like, we got back from the studio, and then it was a couple days later, we had, I think it was like 4 days later, we had a show, and I was having an asthma attack on stage, like during the show, and we were gonna do a song, and I was like, we gotta cut it. So we went and did another song, and then I was like, I left and called a cab and went to the hospital. It was dumb when I was already feeling like so fucked to go on stage and perform. But I was just like, I'll just do it. It's no big deal. And I did it, but then I'd be like, you know, taking a moment to like go freak out and be like, I can't fucking breathe. But yeah, so I mean, that kind of idiocy on my part, and a lot of other things, like just being so emotionally backed up, it's really fucked up my breathing, which fucked up the way that I was singing, which led to me getting, like, you know, overworking my voice in a way that wasn't healthy. And then I know the exact day when I injured myself for real, when we were re-recording some parts, and it was all heavy, hard screaming for the end of it. And then we had a big house show for Bruder's birthday, and I still went and played and sang my face off, and that was the breaking point. So I had like a node on one of my vocal cords, and that was kind of the end. Because then, you know, they had no patience for me, because they were like, you're not singing the way that you should. I was like, of course not. Like, I don't know what's wrong, but my body's all fucked up. But that was the recording studio. That was like the last time that everything was truly okay. I feel like that was like the high watermark, and you can hear it in the music. That album is just what we were able to capture is something really, really awesome. So that being said, I will remember to include a link for you to listen to it or download it or whatever. It's free. I'm not selling it. Make that very clear. Because, like I said, we all worked really hard on it, and I'm proud of it, and I'm sure other people are too. I don't know why anybody wouldn't be, but I would like people to know about it, because we all did a really good job. Also, there was an amazing magazine with Burton Cummings on the cover. Or no, Gordon Lightfoot. And I just kept like looking over and seeing it in the control room, and it just made me laugh. I don't know why. Maybe because, like, I don't know. It's just a mustache moment, you know. You know how it is. Mustaches will sneak up on you and just get you. So I think we're doing okay. Oh. I mean, we keep accidentally going into these stupid doors. Fuck these doors, by the way. It's one thing to have a chest with an inescapable battle inside every once in a while, but these fucking doors, it's 2 forced encounter squares. And it seems like one of them is always going to be the right door that I have to go behind. And then all the rest are just like, fuck you, Dan. Get that treasure. Get me all the treasures. So I'm gonna take another bathroom break. That late night coffee is shooting right through my body. I hath returned, Jonathaniel. That is a legit name of somebody. I don't know who, but Justine was out and about. And it was one of those moments when, like, a kid is acting up or running around or something, and then a mom calls out their name. Like, get over here right now, Jonathaniel! You're like, what? Just unbelievable stuff. Jonathaniel. Ooh, more green slime. I can't remember if it was a good one or not, but it just takes so long. Let's just run. Is anybody gonna be able to run? Can we not run? I seem to remember being able to flee these fights, but whatever. Let's just go for it. I guess you just gotta hope that you can really smash these guys up a bit.
Or maybe it's just getting the weapon strength up high enough. Also, is Furion, is he bald or balding, or is that a hat? Because it kind of looks like he's got a skullet with like a bit of a Chelsea like bangs thing going on. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to like him. I gotta say. It's making it difficult for me to want to root for him when he's got such a weird haircut. You ever notice that sometimes? Like, just like, oh, the guy's got like an old, like, wrinkly dude with a mullet and a handlebar mustache, and he's supposed to be like a character that I like. He's kind of like, he's just, you know, he's got character traits as well as physical attributes that you're like, I don't want him to be like the character that I'm playing or doing or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, there's a character that I didn't want to like in the Wheel of Time books. I believe his name is Tom, and he's like an old dude, and I didn't want to like him because I just like some like gross old mustache guy that's kind of got a bad attitude. But then like the more you get to know him, the more you're like, this dude's amazing. Like, Robert Jordan, you scoundrel, you got me, you tricked me, did the old bait and switch. And it was probably on purpose. Like, I'm gonna take a character that would normally be, like, not necessarily the more likable. Like, just challenge himself. Yeah, I'm not gonna do... So every character is handsome, and every character looks the same, and every character is this and that. He's a very cool dude. Fuck, yeah, I'm like getting excited to read the books again. I really want to dive in. Give myself permission to enjoy reading again. Help us, please. Oh, that's the dude. All the men were taken. Help us, please. Help us, please. Help us, please. Furion, it's you. You remember me, don't you? Paul, greatest thief in all the world. Am I ever glad to see you? This is Yosef's daughter, Nellie. I think that bastard Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Yosef. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. Figured out this was where the mithril was coming from easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know when I'm in over my head. So long, but don't worry. I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one. Alright. Cool. I haven't been checking for hidden chests or anything, but I don't think that's too much of a problem in this game. We are gonna run into boss time soon, so I should do a save. Even though, like, I know very well that, you know, you're not supposed to be able to save wherever you want. They kind of made that an added feature. It's
It's one of the reasons why I felt like I should have played the original, just a translated patch version first. I mean, I probably will eventually, just for posterity's sake. I kind of want to have that experience of playing, like, I want to play the original game and I want to play the remake, and then have like those videos kind of side by side so that you can see the differences and stuff. I can experience the differences. I like seeing that kind of thing when they change stuff. In video games, I mean, at least it used to be for the better. Fire Tome. Now we got some fucking real ass magic. I mean, who should learn the spell? You know what? I'm gonna take a peek. Why not? Why shouldn't I? It's update Google Chrome? No, not yet. Not right now. Go away. See if this give me. There we go. Final thing. Got a pretty good. At Summit Falls. Okay. A bit straightforward of a walkthrough. I just want to find out like what I should be doing in terms of like who I should be giving things. Party planning. There we go. With the exception of Minwoo, your extra characters are all better at weapon combat than spellcasting. Several of them can be easily converted into decent spellcasters, but it's usually best to leave them as fighters. It takes so much time to level spells. It means that your primary spellcasters need to be among your 3 party members. Standard setup is to give one character white, one character black, leave the other as a fighter, but you don't have to follow this model. Viable option to give one character all the main spellcasting duties, though since any given character can only learn 16 of the 40 spells, this requires some tough choices. Further, you're unlikely to have larger MP pools doing this, so in effect you're limiting your spellcasting. So, don't want your spellcasters to have any more magic penalty than they have to. No heavy armor, no shields, few weapon options. Tricks to minimize, but in the long run, any given character is either going to be a spellcaster or a fighter, but not both at once. Having your main fighter learn useful out of combat spells like Cure, Life, Teleport, and Asuna is a good idea. Okay. Spellcasters can get away with a high magic penalty in some circumstances. Damage spells are the least affected by the magic penalties. They have low accuracy to begin with. Further, when using a spell that exploits a monster's elemental weakness, accuracy, and thus magic penalties ignored. Okay, so, however, both status spells and buffs are highly reliant on accuracy. Okay. Your stats should be high enough that even damage spells have high enough accuracy that a magic penalty will significantly limit their damage. So by this point, you should have powerful spellcaster equipment, a low magic penalty. So what should one do? Yeah, please tell me. Shields are really good in this game. Fighter, weapon and shield. Just tell me. Tell me what to do. Stabs. Saves, stabs. Just tell me. Tell me who to do, what to do, how to do it. This is awful. Okay, so we'll teach. So given what I was able to discern from this, it basically wants me to make up my own mind. Like just how non-committal it was kind of infuriating. But it's saying that if you can get damage spells that exploit elemental weakness to somebody like a fighter, then that means that it won't suffer any kind of penalty for wearing. There we go. We won't settle. We won't. So if we have her doing this stuff, it seems like maybe we might have to change her over to staves or staves. I'll reread that part on the bows and everything, but it's just way too much to consider. I mean, I get what they wanted to do, but it is a bit of a ridiculous system. In that, like, you know, you have all the choice in the world, but like really you don't. If you want somebody to have this, then you have to go full or nothing, because you will make your character less effective if you try and do a little bit of both, like a red mage kind of action. But like I said, yeah, so if we get... Oh. I don't even know where I am. I took too long. But yes, like if we have him working his magic and then we focus on the elemental weaknesses in terms of spells, then it ignores any magic penalty for armor, so we're in the clear. And then we give all the like healing and protective type spells to our girl Maria. Farts. Zombie, oh no. They can curse us, can't they? Yeah, if I remember correctly, they can do something bad. Don't remember what. But... Well, at least I'm getting a good tour of the mines, figuring out where everything is. That's a plus. Getting a little extra, I don't know, leveling up this and that and the other thing. And a filthy, dirty, stinky dead end. Yeah, it is only midnight. But also, I don't want to start halfway into like another section. Like this, if I can finish this and get back to town, just save it there, it seems like.
a good place to stop. And then we can talk around at the start of the next stream and say hello and how do you do, and then kind of get reminded about what we're supposed to do instead of doing that and then stopping and then like I don't remember. Okay, that's where we came from. I got a little turned around. I thought we were in a different floor for a second. I was thinking like 2 floors ago. That's so 2 floors ago. I had to. I'm sorry. They put a gun to my head. I had to say the terrible joke. There you have it. Are you happy? Da, 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 da. Run, my fancy-footed friend. There we go. I think this will be the final... Actually, there might be 2 more floors, if I remember. Like I said, I didn't get too much farther than this. I got out of this dungeon and then I got the next. Like it's a big dungeon for the first dungeon in a game. They weren't fucking around. And to start off with so many doors that are just traps. And if you're under-leveled or unprepared and you get a thing of 6 green slimes, like your party's wiped. What a cruel trick. Oh, Semet Falls. How dare you. Why would you treat me like that? Nobody wants to step up and kill this thing, huh? Everybody's just on vacation here in the spooky mine. Is anybody listening to me? Really? Come on. I don't want to waste the magic. They don't have anything to recover it with. Why won't he die? There we go. We did it. Oh, again? There we go. We actually got out. There's a door over there. But we found the treasure, so we... the logic of making decisions to get through a dungeon. Teleport tome. Monster in a box. Oh, you. Land turtle. Special attacks. Get everybody this. So is this this is gonna be a situation where I actually have to use that magic, and I don't. He cost 1. Okay, well, nobody got hurt. Just throw up barrier, see what happens. 23. Wow. There we go. So piercing weapons be pretty good. He's gonna get a couple hits in with that and just keep trying. just in case he decides to cast some spell. Ah. Whoa. Okay. That was a big one. This kind of sucks because this is gonna drain my party a little bit before the actual boss. Which they obviously did. You know, let's try it. It's not gonna work because it's a monster in a box, so it's basically like a boss, but... Fuck you! Oh, man. We did well. Did well, team. It could have been so much worse. But instead it was better. I figured it was a monster in a box. Generally those guys are treated like bosses or mini bosses. So like being able to cast an instant death spell on one never really occurred to me. It just kind of was like, ah, whatever, let's just try anyway. We can work it out. We can work it out. Alright, we'll get you. We'll get you in the end. So hopefully we'll have enough money when we get back to make some productive purchases for the group. Everybody pooling all their resources for the betterment of the group. Very nice. Let's just check. Oh good, it's a jape room. I mean, I had to check. I couldn't just leave it in the realm of not knowing. Sorry. I hit the wrong button. And now I'm on the same automatic battle tile again. Squaswatch. Squasaswatch. Squashatchwatch. Yeah, run away. Get far away from this action. I don't think you want any part of this. And out we go. Alright. Well, not quite alright, but we're almost there to the point where we can say, alright, here we go. Here we go again. He looks silly. Like, I know he's a sprite. It's not meant for these purposes, but that doesn't look intimidating to me. Have you... Maybe mirrors are harder to come by.
Hasn't really, and no one. He's probably tough, but like nobody wants to tell him that he looks ridiculous. But here we go. Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you're right. My mithril blade, straight through your heart. Wow. Melodrama. Alright, right off the bat. Let's just try fire. See what happens. Protect you. And protect all. He does not like Minwoo. I'm going to use these magic points here. Because he clearly needs fire to be attacking. Jeez. Cure for Minwoo. Well, cure for everyone, really. Barrier. I mean, might as well. We don't know what's gonna happen. So are we gonna run into a lot of this where they have obscenely high defense and absorb, and we're just gonna have to like bash through it all somehow with luck? You know, I don't imagine that. Let's just try. Maybe he's got a protective barrier on himself and that's why. Yep, nothing. It's okay. Keep firing. Firing on all cylinders. And yeah. Whoa! So should we be doing like preemptive healing? Maybe? Just to keep people safe? Like... I'm gonna wait for if that happens. I don't want to be left in the dust. Excuse me. If I get any sniffles, I try to remind myself to sniffle off to the side so the microphone doesn't pick it up. But I'm only one man. Seven. You. Damn it. Okay, okay. Yeah. A very silly round all around. Not a whole lot of usefulness on anybody's part, but that's okay. Oh, farts. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we lost our barriers, but... So I'm getting a bit concerned that now this is the last time I can use fire. And it wasn't the best shot. So we don't have any ethers. I don't even know if there are ethers in the game. Maybe we secretly have some? Nope. Yeah, fuck. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Let's just hope for the best. Yikes amundo. Guess a little preventative medicine never hurt anybody. Oh! Okay, so 2 good hits from our choppy boys. 793? Holy Christ. Okay. So that's why it costs so much. I get it now. So we're having good success with Furion. Better than Guy dual wielding, or at least we were most of the time. Nice. We gotta be getting close, right? Like, something good's gonna bow 3. Oh. We're slowly whittling him down. Nothing. This guy's nuts. Like, the fact that bosses are nearly indestructible in this game is kind of worrying. Is this just a mechanic because it's the beginning of the game? Maybe? Like, I don't know. They just really want you to feel like you are powerless. You just started. You guys are not superheroes by any means or anything. 77. Alright. Time to pick up that slack. How about it? I mean, if you could just let us give you a little stab, maybe just under the rib cage on your left side or something. Or is it on the right? I don't know. Whichever one's like a good kill shot. Need that build a butcher lesson. God, Gangs of New York was such a good movie. Bill the Butcher is just one of the most intense characters of any movie ever. Like, he's so wrong, but he's so convinced and righteous about like what he's doing and how he's doing it. It's just intense. And like the delivery of it, and like just the pure bananas insanity of that time and place, like Civil War America. It was not a super great time. It was very insane. It was pretty easy for people to just be like, I don't agree with you, I'm gonna kill you. Like politicians killing each other. Not exactly what the system was designed for. I mean, there's got to be a better way to do this, right? I'm just having a gross oversight moment or something. This seems very silly. The fact that, like, these attacks just don't even do anything. 3. I mean, alright. Hold on a second. Take a peek. If there's any kind of help for this. I don't know. It can't be. FF2 is a difficult game with some very obscure mechanics that make it more frustrating than it should be. You'll definitely want to check out the party planning and game systems guides before trying to tackle this game. A is to understand what the magic penalty is and when you should worry about it. It seems like it's a less detailed walkthrough. The one before, I don't know. I feel like Sergeant has very high defense. He also has a powerful 2-hit attack and a nasty bow special attack, and no weaknesses. These guys are not to be messed with. Your best bet early in the game is spells, though later normal weapons might. Oh, thank you. Okay. Zola's just, well, hold on. How much each? 140. They probably upped it in this version. But needless to say, it's gotta be almost dead. Gotta be. Keep trucking. Keep plugging away. Ooh. Ooh, that looks painful. Oh, hello. Why won't you die? I mean, we're gonna get some serious uppage of some levels here by everyone. We've used magic, we've been hit, we've used swords and bows and axes, staves. Just mindless thrashing. You're not dead yet? Come on. Oh, Min Wu joining the party. Yes. Good hits, everyone. Oh, you just gotta keep that up. As long as there's some damage being done. Just gotta wear this asshole down. Ugh. And we're probably gonna have to walk out of here or something stupid. You know how it be. 18 is a nice hit. In Woo again. Oh. Well done, friend. Furion's sword, shield, fire level. Furion's HP, Furion's MP, Furion's stamina increase, Furion's magic increase, Maria's cure, Maria's MP, Maria's strength, Maria's everything. Yeah, holy cripes. Wow. You find Mithril in the chest. Oh, hello. I didn't expect that. And as we wander around aimlessly in the water like idiots, we get attacked by crazy birds. The old crazy bird sneakaroo. Alright, get me the fuck out of here. Oh, good. See, I wasn't even really thinking about the walk back. We're strong, but... Oh my god. We've got lots of potions and everything left too, so that's not... That doesn't have to be a concern. But yeah, I believe this this guide saying it is a hard game and it's more frustrating than it needs to be. Not just in terms of like the ridiculousness of the system, which can be kind of confusing, but I'm glad I read that thing about like party planning, the PPC, the party planning committee. This way. You could get hopelessly lost in here just on your way back. What an awful first main dungeon. Like, just mean, you know? Like, this is as big as some of the later dungeons in Final Fantasy 1. Where they just like, well, we left off this tough, so let's just start that hard and make it crazier. Again, like, good stuff, you know, I'm into it. And we'll have defeated it. Although not real version. We'll play real version as well. Not right away. This is me just kind of picking and choosing which version of the games I will play. The next, like the third one, we're gonna have to play a translated version. Because I do not have a PSP. Nor a clear way on how I could capture gameplay on a PSP. If I could, that would kind of open up some interesting possibilities, maybe, but... I don't know. I've got enough on my plate that I just own as it is, so... La 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 la. Kill the slime. Yeah, stairs. You're the stairs. You're the stairs, man. You can be the simple machine that takes me from floor to second floor. Will you be my stairs? Will you help me defeat the clutches of gravity? Find my way to the top with your augmented slope assistance. This'll be those stairs. I mean, I know, I fucking know I'm ridiculous. I'm well aware of the ridiculosity Ridiculosity. Leosity is a stronger kind of sound. Alright. Look how... This is a huge dungeon. And the fights are big. Like, we're big and strong and stuff, I get it, but... Like, what the fuck? So yeah, before next play of this old house here, I would like to take another look at that party planning and like game systems. Just kind of check it out. Get a better understanding, a better grasp of what exactly I'm dealing with here. Just the idea that like you can actually plan a character wrong. Like that's always scared me since first playing the game. I remember, you know, our original party that we were trying to play the first Final Fantasy with was fighter, black belt, white mage, and black mage. Now, black belt doesn't use weapons, so right away as a young kid you're like, I can't equip him with anything. And like, it's true, it is a harder playthrough, but he eventually gets so fucking good with his hits with bare hands that it doesn't matter. But when I accidentally erased the file and we lost our progress of like a year of playing or whatever, like it was a long time of trying to figure out that game. Then I decided to start a new save file with 2 fighters and 2 red mages. And my reasoning was, we have 2 fighters, so they're both very strong and they can take all the hits and all the fighting. And then the red mages are also fighters. We can equip them with weapons, but so that like they'll be useful when we don't want to have to use magic and stuff, because that was a big concern, running out of magic for each level, magic slots, points and shit. Oh, there's the exit. And then also the fact that you could use white and black magic. So it was like you would have 2 people with, you know, fighty spells, but then you could also cure. It sounded better in my like 8 or 9-year-old head. But then on paper, it probably made the game a bit harder. So we wouldn't have been the best at planning it. But we did make it all the way to the end of the game, eventually. With 2 fighters and 2... like, we got close, but then it was like... When I finally got to the Chaos Shrine, and you couldn't leave, because we couldn't get the exit spell. That's when it kind of hit me. And then also, by that time, I had found Jeff Rovin's How to Win at Nintendo Games 4. And one of the games in there was a walkthrough for Final Fantasy, and it talked about using the exit spell and using Wall as a defense spell against bad things, and I couldn't get Wall as a red mage either. I was like, oh darn. All this time put into Final Fantasy 1 as a wee bab, and I had to turn to my friend and say, like, we're gonna have to start again. And we agreed to erase the file and make another save. And that one we successfully got to the end, but never beat. it wasn't until I was like 20 that I did a playthrough and actually beat the game for the first time. Like I got to where I would just level up on like the first floor of the Chaos Shrine. Everyone's back, yay! Take the mithril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. I can't remember what I had for the voices of these people, so I just went with the first one that seemed funny. Yeah, it's 12:37, and this seems like a good spot to take a break for the evening. We fought our way. That dungeon is insane. Like it seems like an unnaturally huge difficulty spike. It was so big, and there was like 10,000 doors that just are like, oh, fuck you. Surprise, 2 random forced encounters with slimes that have absorb up the wazoo so nobody can hit them. I'm sorry, but that dungeon's gonna get the horseshit stamp of approval. Well, I've had it. That's enough of that. No more dungeons. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be tough. No big bad monsters telling me where to go or what to do. I've had it. I'm taking a walk. But we fought our way through it. So, hooray. We're in Salamand. When we start up, we'll talk to the patrons in the town, stock up on some goodies, and head back to the main base with our treasured mithril. Yeah. So, I mean, that being said, we'll throw it over to Roger. What are you saying, buddy? Good job. Keeping it real. Huggies for snuggies. That's the way to do it. So we made some progress on both games. I mean, I got a couple levels further on Yonoid than I have ever been in my life. I had never seen those levels. I'm super dreading having to do that wrong side of the tracks looking level where everybody's a drunk and they're throwing beer bottles at you. I don't want to have to do that again, but I gotta get good at it so that I don't get like 2 game overs on it. Same with that. Oh, I'm like having a full-on panic attack just thinking of the fucking levels I'm gonna have to do again. And like flawlessly so that I can get to that staircase level and just somehow nail it. I don't know. I think I might take another practice run once or twice over the next 2 days just to kind of get my chops together, explore the space with these new levels a little bit, and hopefully find some hidden stuff. But that being said, thanks for hanging on the past, present, and future. Really appreciate taking the time to just hang out, be part of the conversation, and see some old weird games that I like. and hopefully you like too. And everything's positive and tra-la-la. No, not everything is positive, but everything can be turned into opportunity. There is a difference between forced positivity and overcoming obstacles. Always remember that. So yeah, we'll leave it on a bizarre note. Crush a bucket. I crush a bucket. Crush a bucket for fun. Alright. See you guys. Monday. No stream tomorrow. It's Zyla's birthday. Very important. Alright, good night.